Hey everyone, how are y'all? Michelle, it is good to see you. Cat's meow, same to you. And Michelle, have I sent you an updated uh, Nightbot thing? If not, I'll have to send it to you. Okay, because I did update it. I don't know. I can't remember if it was like the last time I was live or right after that, but I'll send it to you on Discord. Hey Vapor, how are you? Now, give me just a second. Let me get all this put in here. Y'all don't forget to hit your thumbs up and put your chat on live chat. Hey, Margaret, how are you? Tech Death, how are you? Oh my God, y'all, something's gonna happen. Nightbot is actually on time tonight. Okay, Michelle, that's fine. Send me an email, Michelle, and then I'll just paste all of the commands to you. Hey, Sally Mae, how are you? You're welcome, Michelle. I got to get caught up. I was out an entire month and I am behind on everything. I didn't even know that Sarah Boone had a hearing today, which is quite comical from what I was reading that went on there. I was actually telling Avery about it earlier. And real quick, I don't know how many people we have in here from Florida, but Dan was in here a minute ago before the live started, and he said that he lost everything in the hurricane. So if y'all will, please keep Dan and his family in your prayers. I don't know if he's still in here or not, but just keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And it seems like there's somebody else that's always a regular in here. I know that Brian was in here earlier. Um, Brian Hoffman, I forgot to ask him how he was doing, but I know he's from Florida as well. So I'll send him an email after the live and find out how he's doing. Okay, hold on one second. Avery, how are you? And as y'all can see, Avery has a new name. Elsie, I didn't get to watch the hearing, but I did read about it. And there was a specific thing that she asked for at her trial that was just, I don't know, uh, hold on, y'all. That was very comical, honestly. Thank you, Avery. I just answered you back, Betty Joe. I'm glad to be here. I am starting to feel better. I said I was out for an entire month. I'm behind on everything. Yes, Elsie. Uh, the professional makeup and hairstyling is what she asked for during her trial. And the judge had said that he would allow her legal team, because, she's like on what, her ninth attorney now, um, that he would allow the legal team to put the makeup on her once they're in the courtroom before each day starts. But then the sheriff's department steps in and says, uh, "We have a problem with that because the makeup is considered contraband." So she's like getting her professional makeup and hairstyle done. Hold on just a second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, I thought that was quite comical. And she did apparently get on the stand. Her attorney is allegedly going to uh, go as this being a self defense and that she has battered spouse syndrome. I still don't know how that's going to hold up, being that we've all seen the the video of her taunting this man while he is in the suitcase and him begging her to let him out, and she doesn't let him out. He's saying he can't breathe. Please let him out. He's dying. All the different things that he was saying, and she wouldn't let him out. She was sitting there recording it the whole time. I just don't see how there's going to be a self defense case here. I don't think that's going to hold up. And they actually, the hearing today was for, yeah, I'm just sitting here with stuff pulled up on my screen. Hold on. Um, the hearing today was for their, the defense is wanting to get a 2 hour interview thrown out so it's not shown in court. Where at the very beginning, Sarah kept saying that the death was an accident, and blah 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 and all this, and the attorney is trying to say that she wasn't read her Miranda rights, and there was a certain part of the Miranda rights that was left out, and the officer claims that she read it straight from her card, but that one part that he's claiming that was left out was not on her card that she was reading it off of. So I don't know. It's going to be, it starts, our jury selection starts the 7th. It's going to be a uh, very interesting trial. I'm not going to be able to stream it because there's going to be some days that I'm not going to be here. I do think that Avery might stream it if she's able to, but I'm pretty sure there will be other people that will be streaming it as well. But I kind of can't wait to see it and see what she comes up with. If she even still has her ninth attorney by the time that her hearing or her trial starts. Torres was the abuse spouse. Elsie, I agree. And like Avery said earlier, he literally, like, she threw him down the steps in the suitcase. Um, this man was begging and pleading to be let out of it, and she would not do it. I just don't see where the self defense part of this is going to come into play. Uh, Sally Mae says, "Can I get my hair did?" I can't believe she asked that. But then again, I can believe she asked that. Yeah, Margaret. She kept saying in the interview that the death was an accident. The death was an accident. Um, and I have an article. Let me get it pulled up here from Court TV that came out today. And if y'all hear any noise in my background, just don't pay any attention to it. Sally, I dare you. That is too funny. All right, so it came out this afternoon at 5:44 p.m. And like I said, this is from Court TV, and it says days before the jury selection begins, which, like I said, does start October the 7th. So Monday, the 7th Monday. I need to, yes, the 7th is Monday. I got to get a new calendar. So days before the jury selection begins in her murder trial, Sarah Boone took the witness stand at a motions hearing as she tried to get the key evidence in her case suppressed, which is the 2 hour interview that she was kept repeating that. Where is my buttons at? Betty Joe, how are you? So Boone faces a life sentence if convicted for second-degree murder in the death of her boyfriend, George Torres. Torres was found zipped inside of a suitcase inside the couple's apartment after a night of drinking in February 2020. This is what Sarah is claiming. I was very confused and very hazy, Boone said from the witness stand at Wednesday's hearing. I didn't understand the monumental amount of people that were at the crime scene and what they were doing. She literally just killed her boyfriend, but didn't know why all these people were there. I was worried about my dogs. I was worried about my son. I was in shock. I was traumatized by the situation and trying to focus on everything going on at my home. I was hungover and I believe I was still intoxicated to a degree. Miss Courtney Anderson, how are you? So Boone took the stand as she and her ninth attorney, I still can't believe they gave her a ninth attorney, James Owens, fought to have a 2 hour recorded interrogation that Boone did with the detectives at the Orange County Sheriff's Office on February 25th, 2020, suppressed. Owens pointed to Boone's testimony as evidence that she was coerced by detectives because she felt that she had no choice but to speak to them. Courtney, you are very welcome. It is good to see you. Betty Joe, how are you?
Hello.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Okay, because whenever you said hello, it was like muffled a little bit.
Oh.
Okay, so were you in here a minute ago, Betty Joe, whenever I was telling about what Sarah Boone had asked for her trial?
No, I was smoking a cigarette.
Okay, so she gets into the hearing today because she's wanting some evidence suppressed, mainly a 2 hour interview that she had done with detectives. She motions the court to have a professional makeup artist and hairstylist for her during her trial.
What?
And
Oh my God. I can't believe that.
it's hilarious. I'm sorry. I think the judge was kind of going to go for it. It basically was like, you know, well, they can put the makeup on you each morning before the day starts, once you're in the courtroom or whatever. And the
Right.
sheriff's department's coming in like, oh, no, we got a problem with that because the makeup is considered contraband. And so her motion was denied, but I don't know why she thought that she would be able to get a professional makeup artist and hairstylist in there to do. I mean, was she is the one that said something about all of her fans? Isn't she the one that said that?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was. So, I mean, is she getting all dolled up for all of her fans that she claims that she has?
I can't believe she even had the guts to ask that.
I don't know. The thing is, so it starts Monday. The jury selection phase of the trial starts Monday, the 7th. I think I'll be here for the jury selection.
Oh my God.
But
I
there's going
gotta
to be
watch
some,
it.
yes, there's going to be some days though, that I'm not going to be here for the trial because I have doctors, appointments and other
Right.
appointments that I got to take care of. So I'm not going to even be able to, I don't want to start streaming it and then there be a day that I have to miss. And I don't
Right.
have anybody to sit at the computer for 8 hours and make sure everything goes okay.
Right.
Um, so I'm hoping that
That's crazy.
Avery does it. I think she may try to do it. So I'm hoping she does. That way I can go back and catch up because
Yeah, Avery's gonna have to do that.
it's it's gonna be comical. And Elsie says she's trying everything that she can think of. I mean, she did 100-meter dash
Yeah,
with
that's
the professional makeup and hairstylist. Next, she'll be asking for designer clothing because she has nothing to wear.
I gotta wear my designer clothes.
Oh my god! I mean, honestly, at this point,
I mean,
and I get that because it's gonna be live streamed.
right.
You know that she wants to look her best, and so I understand that. But
Right.
motion in the courts to let you have a professional makeup artist and hairstylist. I mean, come on.
That's
You know,
I've never in my life heard somebody motion that.
it hasn't even started, and it's
I'm
Daryl
not.
Brooks 2.0.
I mean, I'm not saying that.
Oh, Sally.
I'm not saying that nobody has ever motioned the court to do that, but that's the first time I've ever heard.
Yeah, I've never heard that either. I mean, you got to kind of give her A for effort for trying, but just do your makeup like everybody else does that's going to be walking into the courtroom that morning, and you know try to do your hair as best you can.
Yeah.
Elsie says no handcuffs, but leg irons on with her pretty skirt. Is she really going to wear a skirt?
Oh my God. Is she really trying to look like a professional
Illusions, how are
person?
you? Hey, musical. Um, I mean, she needs to wear pants. If she's going to have the leg iron, or not the leg irons, the the shock thing. The shot, is it the shot cuff? Is that what it's called? You know what I'm talking about.
The
Uh,
the
the
shackles.
No, where the wasn't it? She's the one, and maybe somebody else that I'm thinking about. That they motioned the court to. No, it was her. She didn't want to be in handcuffs because she wanted to be able to shock belt. Thank you, Margaret. She wanted to be out of cuffs so she could write, and she, because at that time she was representing herself.
Right.
Um, and she wanted out of the shackles so she could get up and walk around. Hey, AR, how are you? And all that. So I think all of that was granted, but she was going to have the shock belt on it. But I don't know if you would want to wear that with a skirt, because I'm honestly anticipating that she's going to get hit at least 3 to 10 times.
Yeah,
She
because
doesn't
the
want
way
to.
she acts.
Yeah, she doesn't need to be in a skirt, just in case, because they did say that whenever you get hit with the shot belt, it causes you to fall down. And it seems like that her attorney, now that she does have one and she's not just actually completely representing herself, it seems like they would say, okay, you're gonna have the shock belt on, you need to have pants on, just in case
Hmm.
something happens and you get hit by it and you fall. You don't need all your goods hanging out. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully she wears like a nice pantsuit.
She doesn't need to be wearing a skirt.
No, she really doesn't.
That's crazy.
I just when I read though about the makeup, I had to reread it to
I
make
was gonna watch it. I was gonna watch her court date today, and then something that I didn't. I just went by it. It's like
I
now
didn't
I watched it.
I didn't know she had one until I decided. Hey Scott, how are you? I decided I was going to go to live tonight, and I was like, let me go through and look up Brian Kohlberger and then Sarah Boone, because I knew her trial was coming up sometime, and like 4 hours before that, it had the article that I got pulled up here from Court TV that's talking about all of it, and it does say on here. I didn't forgot now where I even left off. Okay. So, uh, real quick, let me finish this out. Betty Joe. So it says a key issue regarding the recording is whether Boone was correctly read her Miranda rights, specifically the ninth question that is part of the warning. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to investigators now? So Orange County Sheriff's Detective Chelsea Copsel testified that she read the warning directly from her card and revealed that the ninth question was never printed on the card that she carries. Hey Babs, how are you? Um, we've all watched like the cop show and they arrest somebody and they pull a little card out of their pocket and read the Miranda
Hmm.
rights
Yeah.
because they don't have it memorized. I don't know why, but anyway, so the detective is saying that she does not have that part on the card that she has. So Boone, who did not ask for an attorney at any point during the conversation, repeatedly insists to the deputies that Torres's death was an accident that happened while the couple was playing a game of hide and seek. I, I don't know grown ass adults
I, I,
that play hide and seek.
I,
Um, to each their own, I guess. Margaret, that's a good question. Is there any body cam? I know that there is body cam footage the day that the body was found. And Sarah was outside of her apartment building and she was needing water, needing water, needing water.
yeah.
Just basically repeating herself 1,000 times that she needs water. She'll drink it out of the water hose. They telling her to sit down. She can't sit down. She just, I think she even asked for a cigarette at one point. Um, I don't remember though if there is body cam of her being read her Miranda rights, but I would think
I
I don't
didn't they. I believe they read them when she was taken to the station.
because if it was done by a detective, the detective might not have had body cam on, but there should have been a uniformed officer that would have transported her. So there should, or even camera footage if they're in a interrogation room. There's got to be body cam.
Yeah, because they might read them. They might have read them to her there at the apartments, but they also read them again when they take you to the station.
I would think that they read them to her
They
before they
read them.
put her in the
She's,
car.
she's full of herself.
I mean,
She's gonna try whatever.
I mean, she's she's gonna try whatever. You know, I think it's safe to say that if any of us were in her situation, we would probably try everything in the
Hmm.
book and
Yeah.
probably write a new book on on ways to try to beat the charges or whatever. So you really can't
No, you
falter
can't.
for that.
No, you can't
But
blame her.
some of the stuff that she's coming up with is a little bit ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Elsie said if she's hungover, she'd be sitting down, wanting coffee and a cigarette and sunglasses. I don't even remember her sitting down in that video where she's outside of her apartment building. It
I
was like she
once.
was. It was. I don't want to say she was on some type of substance. It just might have been the adrenaline going with everything that was going on there,
Yeah.
but it was almost like she wasn't. She was very hyped up.
Yeah. Like in a panic mode.
Okay, so musical says that once hide and seek defense it doesn't work, she will try the defense that the suitcase was a portal hired from Lori Vallow Daybell.
Don't give her no ideas. She might.
I don't know. Hey, Lori could make a killing on the portals in prison.
Yeah.
She
Right.
really could. Okay, so Scott said, "Is this a suitcase?" Yes, they read them to her more than once. Hey, Too Fast, how are you?
That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they read her Miranda rights a couple times
Yes.
at least.
Okay, so it does say on here. Okay, all right. So they were talking about, they were playing hide and seek or whatever, and it says at one point in the recording, Boone tells the detectives that I excel at everything as she tries to explain her position. Yeah, she excels at everything. Okay. But those claims run contrary to the defense that Boone's attorney James Owens now says that he plans to present at her trial. Owens told Judge Michael Kranick that he plans to argue that Boone acted in self-defense the night of Torres's death, in part because she suffers from battered spouse syndrome. Prosecutors warned that they plan to file a motion in Lamont to ask for the defense to be stricken citing their experts' examination of Boone at the jail on Wednesday before the hearing. Well, she hasn't proved that the port. I don't know. I mean, Lori could be in and out them portals, and we don't even know it.
Yeah, she's got sneaky. She got them kind of powers, you know.
Yeah, you have to watch Lori. Okay, so Boone had also requested to be allowed to have a professional makeup and hairstyling for her trial. While the judge was initially inclined to allow her legal team to apply the makeup after she was already in the courtroom, the Orange County Sheriff's Office stepped in and told the judge that they had security concerns about the makeup, which is considered contraband at the jail, and as a result, the motion was denied. So Judge Kranek said that he plans to issue a written ruling over whether the interrogation video will be suppressed before the end of the business day on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Jury selection scheduled to begin Monday, October the 7th.
I don't think they should suppress it.
No, I don't either. Why does she want it suppressed?
Yeah.
I mean, is that the only reason she can come up with is that the officer didn't read that part of the Miranda right to her?
But even though, like I said, they probably read it at the apartments, and then they probably read it the whole entire thing
Mm-hmm.
at when they took her to the police station and had her in that room. They probably read the whole entire thing, and it's on there, and she don't want it to come in because
Well,
she's trying to.
there's got to be a some type of video footage of when and where she was read the rights.
Yeah.
There's got to be, even if a detective did it in the interrogation room, there's going to be video footage of that with
Yeah.
sounds. If it's out at the crime scene, there's going to be video footage of the officer that's doing it, or if the detective is doing it, a uniformed officer would be right there with her.
Yeah. So one or the other, they read her Miranda rights. She's just trying to get it thrown, out.
Right.
Oh well, they didn't read it. That's a possibility. It's on that video when they're questioning her, and she doesn't want that in there. So she can say, "Oh well, they didn't read my Miranda rights." So
Right. Well, Margaret says if someone is still drunk, they could argue that they were incapable of giving confirmation understanding the Miranda.
Yeah, but they make you sign a paper stating you understand the rights that has just been read to you.
You would have to sign the paper, but also it should come into play if and when if she was taken to the hospital,
Right.
and blood work was done to see her alcohol level
Alcohol and shit. Yep.
and all that.
Yep.
Because if I'm not mistaken, when she was still at the apartment building, didn't she tell the police that that they were drinking the night before?
Yeah.
Or I can't remember if she told them
She
while they were at the
asked,
apartment.
I think they had asked her if they had any alcohol, and she said we drank a bottle of wine. We shared a bottle of wine.
Okay, did she tell them while she was still at the apartment building that she had went upstairs and passed out from the alcohol?
That part I
That's what I can't remember, because if she keeps claiming that she was drunk or under intoxicated, hey King Scarlet, um, or had any alcohol whatsoever, it seems like they would have taken her to a hospital to get her blood
blood
work done.
alcohol. Yep. See, I can't remember if she told him that or not.
Oh, I can't.
I do know she said they shared a bottle of wine, but I don't remember. I don't know.
So I'm trying to remember when it came out that she claimed that she went upstairs and passed out, and he was still in the suitcase. I don't remember if it was there in that time or if this was like afterwards.
Do you have the video?
I can probably find it. Let me see.
Does Avery have the video? Avery might have it.
I don't know if Avery is still in here or not. She was in here earlier, but I haven't seen her.
She probably
Oh,
wants.
Elsie said 2 bottles of wine. So she had two. Good Lord.
Let's see. I just remember her saying we shared a bottle of wine. I don't know. I don't know. She could have said 2 bottles of wine. I just remember her saying a bottle of wine that they shared.
I remember that they shared a bottle of wine, and then she went up. It seems like she went upstairs and she had wine and she passed out. Margaret's gonna need a few cases of wine to get through this case.
I think we all are.
Yeah, we all are.
And I don't even drink. Y'all, the
Okay.
baby left me. She's sleeping in her own bed.
Oh, she's growing up.
Yeah, but she's breaking my mom's heart.
Let me see where is.
I mean, she's sound asleep.
Oh, this is sweet. Okay, wait. Let me see what this is. This thing is like 41 minutes long, but I do have the video. Is this? Wait, was that her ex-husband or her husband that was there also?
I think it's her ex-husband.
Ex-husband. Okay.
I believe. I know he's the father of her son.
I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I'd heard about her having a kid. I didn't think about it. I don't guess until I read the article today where she claims that she was worried about her dog and worried about her son.
Which half the time the father had him anyway.
Well, maybe. Thank
Because I
God. I
believe
mean,
the father had custody of him.
King Scarlet. Betty Jo. Sally Mae, it's not over for 12 more days? 11 more days, I think it is.
What?
Oh, shit. I did not mean to unmute that. Damn, that was loud. King Scarlet says she was watching Big Brother.
Oh, I'm mad it wasn't on tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't an episode for some reason tonight. Tomorrow night's supposed to be 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we can catch up with everything. Okay. I have this famous with Lon Crime and it's 40 something minutes long. Let's see. I'm just gonna post because I don't want to have to play this whole video.
I would just play it to see where that part is. Like, you check it. And, I don't know.
Oh shit, I gotta cut it down. Hold on. She was like very calm when they first got there. When the police first got there. See, there was a Margaret. I don't think so. Wait, did I lose Betty Jo? Hold on. Let me put the link back in for her. I don't know what happened. Okay, Betty Jo, I just posted the link back in the chat for you. But anyway, she was very calm to begin with. He asked her how she was doing. It seems like the more she kept talking about it, um,
Threw
and
myself off.
you and Avery.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to make the cat go away from the hamster.
Tony, how are you? Thank you for being a member for 14 months. And he says he's here for Brown Laundry. Why Brown Laundry? That dude there that's a whole another conversation for a whole another
Mm-hmm.
day. because I could get I could get started on that dude
Mm, we all could.
because I have my suspicions about him. Oh, and thinking talking about Brian Kohlberger has a hearing on the 8th.
Thought it was the 7th.
No, the court document that I looked at earlier said October the 8th at 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it's an order. Okay, so I kind of got confused on it because I'm so behind. But it's an order regarding representation status and setting a hearing. And then it says in there that Ann, Eliza, and Jay are still to remain counsel of record for the defendant unless they are relieved by a subsequent order of the court. And then it says that I forgot what the other dude's name is, but the other attorney is to also be there.
I don't know.
So
I
I've
don't even
lost a
know.
couple of documents. Like I haven't been keeping up with them. So where is this extra attorney coming in?
That's see, I didn't understand that part either because I thought it was just Ann Taylor, the other woman, and then Jay Lawson.
Yeah. See, it says that they were. Hey, Justin, how are you? That
Or
they're
is he like in the background? Not
only ones that I've ever seen there is those three.
that's the only ones I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the only ones I've
So
ever heard them talk about.
wait. Scott says Kohlberger new judge Stephen Hippler scheduled hearing is November the 7th, 2024. Defenses take DP off the table June 2nd, 2025.
I didn't hear
Judge's
about that.
decision. So why did this? Hold on. Let me go back.
Yeah, because I didn't hear nothing about that. They
Let me
just said
see.
October.
Maybe I wrote it down wrong. Hold on. I'm kind of rusty, y'all. So let me go back and see what day this
No,
document came
they
out.
take the death penalty off
No,
the table.
this came. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna take it off either.
No.
But this order regarding the representation status and setting hearing, what it came out today.
Yeah, I thought. See, I had thought they said no October the 7th, but apparently I listened wrong.
Yeah, this one's Tuesday, October the 8th at 1 p.m. at the Ada County Courthouse. In, what is that, dudes? I know I seen it. Okay, so it says, by the order, the court directs the current defense counsel, Ann Taylor, Eliza Masseth, and Jay Logston shall remain as counsel of record for the defendant unless they are relieved by a subsequent order of the court. An ex parte sealed closed hearing will be held Tuesday, October 8th, 2024 at 1 p.m. at the Ada County Courthouse. Counsel may appear either in person or via WebEx. At the hearing, the court will consider defendant's representation status and the obligation of the state public defender to pay for the cost of representation. The state public defender, Eric Frederickson, must appear at the hearing as well.
I think he's the one in charge of paying the
Okay, so maybe that's what it
the
is.
lawyers.
Hey, Tiff. That must be what it is. Yeah.
But I guess if they don't fall under something, then he gets new representation.
I wonder if it's because they moved to a different area.
I don't know. But
Margaret's,
I like this judge because he doesn't seem like he.
yeah, I did not watch the entire hearing. Like the first time that he went before this judge, I watched the first few minutes, and the judge was like, "Okay, I don't think any of y'all except for maybe Miss Mathis has been before me, so I'm gonna let y'all know how it is." And he's like, I want this, and this. I don't want this, and this.
Yeah.
He was just like laying it down. And then something got brought up about Brian wearing civilian clothing and that there was something to do with a security issue in transport or something like that. So they're supposed to have a hearing on that. So he could only wear them for that hearing. And I don't know.
He won't be at the hearing when they talk about the security issue.
Yeah, this
Coburn
judge is
won't be there.
This judge here is like very straightforward.
Yeah,
Uh,
he don't play.
right. He was very just how he wanted it. That's how it's going to be, and there ain't going to be no other way.
Hmm. And then he was talking about moving the trial to May instead of June
Mm.
of 2025.
Oh, so a month earlier?
Yeah, he said that if it's possible, he wants it in May.
Okay, I like this judge even better
Because
now.
I guess because when you pick the jurors and they have like vacations set with their families when school gets out,
Right. That makes sense. King
and then
Scarlet likes to judge. I mean, just like I said, the first 5 or so minutes that I got to listen to it, I liked it.
yeah, he plays no games. I like that.
So maybe he will crack down on both sides
And
and
he had asked for more time about because they got the last bit of the discovery, and there was like 396 gigabytes or something.
so as of right now they have everything.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Well, then there shouldn't be an issue with them
And
getting through all the evidence
well,
and
this is what she said. Well, we just got 396 gigabytes and we haven't been able to go through it yet. So I don't know if we can have a trial in May or any something hearings.
oh
And he
god.
said, are we in May? Or something like that. He said, May is a long time away.
It's literally over 6 months.
And then he said something about, I forget how he, I can't remember how he said it, but
Yeah, 7
I
months.
about fell off my bed.
Yeah,
Told
I've
her.
been wanting to go back and listen to the whole thing. I just
He
hadn't had
told her
time.
something about her expert or something. How long would she need? Because I guess the one expert had passed away,
Oh, really?
and he asked her how long would she need, like from now until I guess the next big hearing he has or whatever. And she said she didn't know because she has to go through experts and something like that.
Yeah.
He
Well,
said, well,
Elsie, go ahead.
we're only in. I think he said September. He said so.
I mean,
We're
at that
March.
point, she had 8 months. She
So
has 7 now. So if I get that she probably has other cases that she probably has to take care of as well. But I mean, come on, you got 6 months, 7 months.
right. I mean, the thing is, this judge wants to. He wants to get the trial done. He wants to get it started.
Right.
And then, but my thing is, you hear him say something about, oh well, Koberger wants a speedy trial. Well, he waived his right in that.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they saying stuff about him having a speedy trial about Koberger's rights on this and rights on that? He waived all that.
It's got to where it's.
I'm
Uh,
telling you, it's got to. He don't know how to defend him.
I mean that it's gonna be a very interesting trial. I want to hear the evidence.
That's what I want. And
That's
the gag order still stays.
okay.
So he did say that. He said whatever judge ruled on that stays with the gag order. So
Marker said someone mentioned Ann Taylor also working another DP case. Is that true? This should be her
I
only case.
I don't know.
I don't.
I ain't heard nothing about.
Wasn't it? I could be wrong, but can't they only work on one DP case at a time?
I think so.
I want to say that King Scarlet. Do you know if that's what was said like in the very beginning of this, whenever this first came out as a DP case, that in the state of Idaho that the attorney could only be assigned to one? I want to say that was
I mean, I would think you would only be assigned to one. How can you handle both? Or
what is. It seems like that was said in the very beginning that she would only, because that's why she had to let go of some of her other cases so she could focus on this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's been so much in this case that's been said and then not said and taken away and moved and pushed, and it this isn't true, and you've got all the misinformation that is intertwined throughout the case from the very beginning, and I don't know. I'm ready to hear the actual evidence from front to the end,
Yep.
up and down. That's all I want to hear. Then that way I know what is true and what is not.
Yeah, because you know people are going to put out this and that and
Oh,
say this and that.
I've heard so many different things, from just tunnels to substances to fight clubs, like
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff throughout this whole trial.
that's like I don't believe anything until it comes through the courts. When they say it, that's when I believe it.
Yep.
Like that people are going around saying the death penalty is going to be taken off. I ain't heard nothing about it.
There was hold on, let me find what, because there was a thing to strike the death, a motion to strike the death penalty.
Yeah, and
That
I
was,
they've talked about that yet.
yeah, it was okay. Hold on, for some reason our internet around midnight every night has, I don't know if it's because they're doing maintenance when they think that everybody, normal people were in bed.
Yeah, we're not normal.
Yeah, so but every night around this time it starts acting up. My TV ends up losing signal and everything.
My mind does the same thing.
All right, so now it's pulled up here. Holy hell, this thing's 33 pages long. I just need to know what day it was signed. Jeez. What day was it signed? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this was done September the 4th. Jay Logston is
Right.
the one that signed it. But it's
So he filed them
most,
too.
yeah, he filed a motion to strike the death penalty on the grounds of the state's speedy trial preventing effective assistance of counsel.
But
Uh,
see,
Go ahead.
how they figured that? How?
See, I haven't read it, so I don't know what else. It's 33 pages long, so I would have
Yeah,
to
I
sit
want to
down
read.
and yeah, and read through it. So, but do I did remember seeing that where they wanted, uh, they motioned to strike the death penalty. What are these? Okay, so there was a motion to strike the strike and notice of intent to seek the death penalty. There was like four of these. Who did these? God, this one's 16 pages long. Okay, so Jay Logson did all these. There's actually one, two, three, four. There's four of the motions to strike notice of intent to seek the death penalty. So there's four of those. There's a motion to strike the death penalty. Is that the only other one? And then it goes into in the matter of the change of venue and all this
Which
and that.
which we kind of figured the venue was going to be changed. We kind of figured that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to change, yeah, the outcome if, as long
No.
as the state comes in and presents their case and
Right.
the actual evidence of the case of what they have. I really don't think that it would change the outcome of it. Um, I just, but then again, I don't see him getting a fair trial in Lake County. So
No.
it's kind of like a double edged sword.
Yeah, because it's a small county, and now they're at a bigger county. Which, you know, okay, so what? They gave him the change of venue, whatever. But I
And
don't.
he has this new judge. It,
Yeah, and I don't think this judge is going to go for some of the shenanigans that Jay Lawson tries to pull.
I don't like him.
So
I
I don't
really
think the
don't.
judge is going to go for his little shenanigans that he tries.
Okay,
And he tried.
Vapor says she's been assigned to the Skylar Me case also. Have we talked about that case?
Skylar Mead. Who's that?
I don't. Hold on, let me look her up.
I don't know. My TV's acting stupid.
Okay, so Skylar Meads, a 32-year-old Idaho prisoner, has been involved in multiple incidences, including a violent escape from custody, murder charges, and subsequent illegal proceedings. In March 2024, Mead escaped from the Boise hospital with the assistance of a fellow, just a, I will say, a bad group of people. I'm not going to say what it is.
Yeah.
But a member of this group. Um, During the escape, the two Idaho correction officers were injured. Mead was later recaptured and sentenced to life in prison with a fixed term of 30 years for the escape charges. They were her and her boyfriend were also indicted by a grand jury in June of 2024 for the murder of 83-year-old James Money. They are also suspected of murdering 72-year-old Don Henderson, also of Idaho. So, okay, so wait. Mead's legal representation has changed several times. Initially, Lewiston based private attorney Rick uh, Cuddly was assigned to represent him. I think they meant her. Um, but he was only allowed to act as co counsel in the DP case. Ann Taylor, the lead attorney for Brian Koberger, is now representing Mead along with co counsel the Rick Cuddly dude. So,
So
she's.
is she trying to get off of Brian's case?
Hmm. I don't know. I hadn't even heard of this case until Vapor just put it in the chat.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either.
So, what count? What county was this again? Hold on, let me find it. Okay, so she had a Lewiston-based private attorney.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. So March 2024, she escaped the custody of the hospital in Boise. She was sentenced to life in prison for the escape charges July the 19th of 2024. July 2nd, she pleads guilty to causing bodily injury during the escape. The 8th, her murder trial began, August the 8th, with a not guilty plea entered on his behalf. See, me pleads not guilty in the James Money murder case via Zoom. Okay, I keep wanting to say her, Margaret, because of the name being Scholar. So, I'm going to have to look into this. I have not heard of this case.
I'm wondering if she's going to leave Koberger.
But, well, so, Mead is sentenced to life in prison for the escape charges. Then the murder trial begins August the 8th. That's 2 months ago. So what is Ann Taylor still? Why are they still? Why is she still representing this person? Is their trial not over with yet?
I didn't even know there was a trial.
Hmm.
So supposedly this Skylar had a trial in August?
Yeah. Uh, August the 8th of this year, Mead's murder trial begins with a not guilty plea entered on his behalf. Mead on August the 9th, Mead pleads not guilty in the James Money murder case via Zoom. So Taylor's team has yet to be offered new contracts to continue their jobs as of last week's hearing. So that's basically what this whole representation thing is about, Elsie, for the 8th of this month.
Wow.
Okay, I need to write this name down.
Yeah, but Who else is DP qualified besides her?
Uh, I don't, that list was on my other computer, but I think I can look it up still. Hold on. Let's see. What is it called? The state of Idaho. I'll just put death penalty. There was seems like another name. Because I know Anne was she was first chair,
Right.
and then I believe Eliza Masseth was second chair or co-counsel. I think is how it went.
So would one of them be able to, like, say Ann Taylor wanted off his case, but the other two didn't? Would she be able to move over to taking Ann Taylor's spot?
If she okay, so if Eliza Masseth, if I'm remembering this correctly, I can't remember if she is a first chair and also a second chair. I can't remember. If she is a first chair, then yes, she should be able to, if she wants to stay on the case, move over to first chair if for whatever reason Ann Taylor leaves. But I gotta find this list there because I remember looking at it.
All right. Well, while
Uh,
you're looking for that, I'm check on the baby.
okay. Why is it not pulling up? Let me see. Okay, y'all, give me just 1 second because I'm looking. Wait, I'm gonna put judges instead of attorneys. Dear Lord.
She's still stuck.
I know why I couldn't find it, Betty Joe, because I looked up death penalty uh, judges instead of attorneys. Oh
Oh
my
well.
God. You can tell that I have not been here in over a month. This site cannot be reached. Why can it not be reached? What the flip? Why can it not be? It's not letting me pull up the site. It has all of the attorneys, and then it had what they were, first chair, co-counsel, and all that. And I remember it had Jay's name on there, Ann Taylor, and Eliza Mathis. I just can't remember what order they were in. Idaho Capital Defense. Here we go. I just need to search. There are no results to display. This is ridiculous. If I look them up individually, I guess. Internet is not wanting to cooperate with me tonight, honestly. This is ridiculous. In this other website, and I know this is it, will not. There's no results to display. What the fuck? It won't let me look up any of the results. Hey Dan, how are you?
I guess we're just gonna have to wait to see whether she's removed or not. I
Let's
mean,
see.
I don't see why she would want to.
Oh,
All the all the
but
effort put into this.
yeah, I mean, she's making bank on this case. Because what does me living in Louisiana got to do with it? I was able to look at the list before. And I think I might still have it. I don't remember if it's on this computer though, or if it was on the one before this one. But I do know that I had it. I just gotta find it.
I think it might be on this one because I think we looked it up before.
See, I remember looking it up 2 or 3 times. See, U.S. Courts, District of Idaho. That's not it. Let me click on it and just see if that's it.
Tell Vapor to look it up.
He's too busy wanting to argue with somebody. Okay, now this is the jury information. Let me see. This
He's
don't
just
have
busy
anything.
fun of people.
Do what?
I say he's too busy trying to make fun of people.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We'll talk about women's stuff and he'll disappear.
Yeah. Okay, definitely qualified. See, I know I can find it. I've found it before. If I can just spell all this shit out correctly.
He said, "Do I need to explain?" Well, Vapor, if you can explain it, come up here and explain it.
Okay, so based on the provided information, only 13 attorneys in Idaho are qualified to lead the defense in a DP case. These attorneys are certified to handle capital cases, which currently occur with first degree murder convictions and aggravating factors found by the jury. I need this list.
So there's only 13 of them.
Okay, capital defending, let's see. It says the site can't be reached.
Maybe it's down for now.
Okay, let me try Google because I'm on Brave and that could be the problem. Let me go to Google and see if that helps. No, it's saying the site it's not it's down. It can't be reached. Oh shit! But I do remember looking it up, and it had all the attorneys, and it had if they were qualified for DP and what chair they were. And I'll have to go through my bookmarks. Okay, so wait, here's are some attorneys in Idaho who are qualified to defend clients facing the death penalty. Eliza Massive, a top criminal defense attorney who has represented clients in high stakes. She's self-proclaimed, y'all. Um, so she is qualified to lead the defense in state courts. So I'm guessing she would be considered first year.
Probably.
Okay, so Ann Taylor, the chief of the Kootenai County Public Defender's Office, and the only public defender in North Idaho who was qualified to lead a death penalty defense. She is the lead public defender for Brian Kohlberger, who was accused of murdering the 4 University of Idaho students. And then it has a Greg Sylvie. I've never heard of him.
Yeah, me neither.
So I know that Ann Taylor, Eliza Mathis, Jay Logsden, and what is the dude? Chad Daybell's attorney.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name right off.
I can't remember his name either. But I know those 4, and it's at 13.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. A lot of times, if I look something up on Brave, it won't work. I have to go over to Google for whatever reason. But I'll have to look through my bookmarks. I want to say that I have that link saved that brings up all of their names
Mm-hmm.
and tells what position they are. But the Skylar Mead case, I've
Yeah.
never heard of it. So she would have been on that one. Hey, Mama Bear, how are you? John Pryor. Thank you, Mama Bear. John Pryor was Chad Daybell's attorney.
That's right.
And actually, his house got tore down too.
Wow.
Chad Daybell did. I didn't
They
know that
tore it
until
down?
they tore it down. I didn't know that they had planned on tearing it down, or that they were like in the middle of tearing it down. But yeah, Nate Eaton went there, because Nate Eaton's been on that case like since the very beginning of it.
Yeah.
Um, and he went by there and he was showing the pictures of when it was standing, and now there's nothing there. I don't remember if they also tore the red barn down in the back, but they tore the house down in that A-frame shaped
Oh,
room that was in the back or whatever.
yeah.
They tore it down too.
Wow.
So people were saying they need to make it into a uh, like a park, but uh, I mean, 3 people died there, were brutally murdered there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
2 being kids, and those 2 kids were buried there. I don't know if maybe a memorial park, but I don't think like a park for kids to go. See, it was for. Okay, so I know that John Pryor owned it. He ended up getting it from Chad Daybell because I guess apparently Chad Daybell couldn't pay him or whatever. So he ended up acquiring the house and was allowing Chad's daughter and her family to live there. And I want to say they were paying the attorney like rent or something. And then did he sell it to somebody else?
Didn't he have to give it up to the lawyer or something?
Yeah, he gave it. Okay, so I think he gave it up like in the very beginning when he first got John Parr as his attorney. Chad's daughter was living there, paying rent. I do remember something about it being for sale because there was pictures of the inside of the house on the internet. And a
Right.
lot of people were talking about, like, when we were looking through the pictures or whatever, people were talking about how uh, it didn't look like a place that Tammy lived, if that makes sense. And no, it wasn't as brutal vapor as what Tali and JJ's was, um, but by no means close. But he
No.
completely lied about what happened to her. He killed her.
Oh yeah.
He, you know, and the fact that it happened in that house in the bedroom and all that. The whole land, just all of that land right there needs to be blessed and cleansed and everything else. Okay. So I'm gonna have to look for that list. I'll have to do that tomorrow because I know that I have it saved somewhere. Just don't know where. Let's see here. Is there any other new cases that y'all have heard of that's came out while
Uh,
I've been missing?
no, not that I know of.
Because I haven't heard of any anything new. I know that there's been some drama going on in Sebastian's case, um, but other than that, I really haven't heard of anything new.
I really haven't even been on YouTube that much.
My computer tonight was the first time I cut it on since the last time I went live.
Okay, so is Skylar Mead a woman or a man?
I think it's a man.
Okay, because right here, escapes Idaho inmate Skylar Mead triggers a national search. That was 6 months ago. So I don't know. I don't know who he is.
Okay, yeah, I have a picture of him now. Um,
He's bald headed.
Yes.
with like tats on his face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but I just that's crazy how we've kind of like stayed so close to the Brian Kohlberger case,
Yeah,
but didn't
not
even
know that she was.
that she was part of it. That is
When they
crazy.
show him right here in this courtroom, makes
Uh,
first in-person appearance in court.
Wait, say that again.
Makes first person appearance in court. That was 3 months ago.
Okay, are you on? Are you on
YouTube.
Google?
No, I'm
Oh,
on YouTube.
okay.
Yeah, I can't. If I go on Google, I have to go on my laptop because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
But it says Skylar Mead makes first in-person appearance in court for preliminary, and that was 3 months ago. I
So
think
she
it.
must have been like
I think it says.
behind the scenes doing his case while also doing Koberger's case.
Oh no, it says 5 months ago. Oh, baby's awake.
Aww.
What?
Okay,
What?
so this one says trial date set for murder suspect Skylar Mead in the Nez Perce County. So he was not in court, choosing to waive his appearance during the scheduled hearing today. His public defender Ann Taylor was present on a Zoom call. So what's this? This is September the
So
10th.
she's defending him while defending him.
Yeah,
That's
she's
right.
on both of them. It says him and this Nicholas guy are prime suspects in two murders that took place back in March in Nez Perce County. Meade escaped from the Boise prison during a medical ambush and fled to the Nez Perce area before being arrested in Twin Falls, Idaho. Second District Judge Michelle Evans set the trial date for February the 3rd of next year. The chief deputy prosecutor suggested a 2 week trial period. However, Meade's public defender requested 6 weeks for the trial, as this is a death penalty case. Meade is being tried for the murder of Julietta native James Monty and also suspected in the murder of Don Henderson. And
Wow.
he hasn't been charged in the Henderson death as of yet.
Hmm. I guess maybe you can defend more than one person.
I, I guess so. So that trial will start February of next year of 2025.
Well,
And then Kohlberger, oh shit, I didn't mean to hit my mic. Kohlberger is supposed to start June, maybe May. Is that what you said, Betty Joe?
May.
So she's got them like back to back.
That's what I'm saying. How can you defend? Okay, say they do schedule Brian Koberger for June 2025.
Mhm.
So how in the world is that going to work? When's his February,
February.
and it's supposed to be what? How many weeks?
It was the judge said 2. She requested 6
Okay,
because of it being a DP case.
so sometime in March it would be over,
Right.
depending on when they set it in February.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
February.
wait. Hold on. Let me find it again. I think I exited off of it. I think it was February 3rd was the date that it was supposed to start.
Okay, so you got what? You got 28, 29 days, no, 28 days in February this year. Well,
Yeah, 2025 is not leap year, is it?
no, this year was leap year.
Okay.
So you got 28 days in February. So you got what? February 3rd to, and she said 6 weeks?
Yeah, well, Ann Taylor requested it 6-week trial because of it being a DP case.
So say maybe the first or second week of March, it being over.
Hmm.
And then, okay, so then you got April, May, and June to prepare for Koberger's case.
Right.
Now, how in the world does she know about all this stuff?
Did she knock herself off? Okay, she must have knocked herself off, but it shows she's still up here, y'all. Okay, Betty Joe, can you hear us? No. Hold on. Let me grab the link. There probably is more vapor. I know that there's also a list of the for the state of Idaho, everybody that's on death row. See, then Ann Taylor will complain. I hope Margaret she does not, because I'm really getting tired of hearing her complaining that she needs more time.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just went out.
So yeah, I could hear you fine to begin with, and then all of a sudden, I get when you were talking, you were here, but you wasn't here.
All right, I don't know what happened. I didn't hit nothing, so I don't know.
It's
Maybe my
probably
internet
just
went out for a second.
it could be probably just StreamYard acting an ass.
But I don't understand how she can be prepared to end that case and then be prepared to do his case. Even if the judge does move it to May.
I mean, just
Did
think.
she not tell this judge that she's representing somebody else?
I would think the judge would have known as big as the BK case is. Okay, King Scarlett said tentative based on Taylor's witnesses passing away. Now judge wants it either to start May or September of 2025, so they're not pulling jury from summer with their kids, or just wait, or the start of the new school year. Which one of her witnesses was it that passed away?
Uh, I guess it was an expert witness.
Oh. Sally
I
may have a good night.
I have no idea.
Well, both will get appeals and for inadequate representation. I hope not, Elsie. I really hope not. Because I mean, y'all said what was it, 300? How big of was the file, Betty Joe, that y'all said that she just got on BK's case? Oh, we don't lost Betty Joe again. Oh, as a mitigation expert. Okay, thank you, Tip. He would have been working on this. Okay. So he hadn't taken the stand or anything, had he? In any of the hearings?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, because I didn't know if it went out again.
It did for a minute or so.
Yeah, our internet. We had to get a new uh, box
Uh huh.
because the one we had it a week and it went out,
Oh, wow.
and now it's starting to act the same way.
Well, could it be from the storm that moved through up there?
Uh, I hope it's just a storm. Yo, when it hit here, we had a we had an antenna on the side of the house. It was there when we bought the house.
Uh huh.
And the other day, me and my daughter were out here on the porch. We didn't hear it. It fell and almost hit her boyfriend's truck,
Oh, damn.
and it was on the wire. So no, we didn't touch it because we didn't know if it was hooked up or anything. My son comes over the other day. He said, "What is that?" I says, "The antenna that fell off the house. Fell over." And he said, "Well, then why didn't you move it?" I said, "Because we don't know if it's live." He walks over and touches it. He said, "It's not live. Here, I'll take it down." I said, "Gee."
So, what would he have done if it would have been touching a live wire?
That's what I told him. I said, "Are you retarded?"
I don't know if they would. I see. I don't know about all that electrical shit. I would have to ask my husband if it would conduct or whatever. It
He
makes
said, I
electricity
touched
run
it with
through
my
it.
finger first. I
Oh,
said, you are special.
did y'all have any damage from the storm?
We had a lot of, you know, branches, and
Yeah.
there was, I guess, some trees that had fell in other places. I mean, we got a lot of rain, a lot of flood, but not as bad as Asheville and Boone and all that.
Yeah, I heard that there was a lot of places in North South Carolina and over in Tennessee that had gotten a lot of flooding and damage
Yeah. I mean,
from it.
we in our, I mean, here we had a lot of branches that fell, but the baby's dad had cut a lot back before the storm even hit. So,
Right. Yeah. I was watching it on the radar and was trying to keep up with what like the wind speed was on it, and it like
oh,
grew
it was windy.
quick and it was huge. It was a huge storm.
Yeah, now there's another one
I know there's like two of them out in the Atlantic right now. One was supposed to
supposed to hit.
form again in the Gulf, which they haven't really
Yep,
said anything else about yet. And then there's supposed to be another one starting up in the Atlantic. So I don't know. I'm over
yep.
hurricane season, honestly.
Me too. I'm over it. I'm tired of rain. I'm tired of the wind.
No, Scott, no. I mean, we had what was that one that came through here? Oh hell, I don't even remember the name that came through here, but it wasn't that bad because we were on the west side of it. Got a little bit of a very small amount of wind and some rain, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, like now in town, there was trees down, and
Hmm.
then there's Gold's Gym
Uh huh.
where it's at. It floods. I mean, if it rains for like 2 days straight, it floods. But since it rained like what was it, like Thursday night into Friday afternoon or something like that, it was flooded.
There was people that was posting videos on Facebook that they were in their house and they were close to the ocean, and the surge was coming in,
Mm-hmm.
and it would just bust through these people's windows and
Yep.
just their houses. There was houses that was falling off the pylons and going out
Mm-hmm.
into the ocean. It was sad.
Well, in Asheville, that's like 2 hours away from us.
Hmm.
There was a house, I guess, was close to the river,
Uh-huh.
and it come off its foundation, and it was floating. It was
Oh,
floating down the road.
yes, I saw that. It was like a brick. Was it brick? Because I
I
couldn't see it up close because the video that I seen it was kind of like way off from where they were at, but I couldn't
mm-hmm.
tell if it was a wooden house or if it was a brick house.
I
But
don't
I
know
couldn't
what,
figure out why a brick house would be floating down the
but
river or
the woman.
whatever. But
It was a woman and her husband, and they found the husband, but they haven't found her yet.
yes, there is on Facebook. There is a group that was started uh, for people to come in who have family out there that they can't get in touch with, to post their picture and their names in the area that they were in this group. And then that way, if there's people out and about around there or rescues going on and they come across it, this person, they can just check the Facebook group and see if they're on there. But
Mm.
they're saying that like a few days ago, even cell service wasn't back up yet,
No.
and
Uh,
a lot of people couldn't get in touch with loved ones because of the cell service being
yeah.
out.
That's just like this. The warehouse for because we have a grocery store called Ingles.
Uh huh.
The warehouse was underwater, so all they could do was take cash. They couldn't take credit cards or credit or debit. They still
Right.
can't because
Yeah.
it's still underwater.
Yeah. There's been a bunch of videos of people with their electric cars
Mm-hmm.
catching on fire. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of animals that are lost
Oh yeah.
or abandoned. Yeah, it's just heartbreaking the whole thing because that was a huge storm, and it, like I said, it started up in the bottom of the Gulf, and by the time it hit land, it was at a Cat 4.
Yeah.
It was at a Cat 4
Yeah, it was
a few hundred
bad.
miles offshore. It was a Cat 4, so it was a really big storm, pretty bad one. And I wish I would have asked Brian whenever he was in here earlier how he made it out because he's down in Florida also.
Yeah, Florida got hit bad too.
Yeah, I did that screenshot and I posted it in Discord. It was like you couldn't even tell where Florida met Georgia because it was one big warning
Yeah.
how bad it was.
Yeah. And I just hope this other one that's forming doesn't.
Hopefully there ain't nothing to it. Hope anyway. So I think what I'm gonna start doing um, for probably the first week or so, I am gonna get back to lives. Except for Sunday night, I will not be here because that's gonna be my normal night off,
Right.
unless my husband doesn't have to go out of town. Uh, but an hour to hour and a half, 2 hours tops starting out. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to wear myself out.
Right.
Because once I get wore out, y'all, it's like it's
Yeah, it's hard
hell.
to get.
It really is. It's like it's hell trying to pull back from that.
That's what I
Uh,
say. Like an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's
yeah,
good enough.
because like now I'm at an hour and 26 minutes, and I'm okay. I'm sleepy, but that's just because I didn't sleep last night because I had to chase the flipping cats all over the goddamn house. Um,
Yeah.
because they wanted to act like a bunch of wild ass banshees. And uh, so I'm tired from that. But other than that, I feel fine. I don't want to overdo it. So
No, don't overdo yourself. No.
I want to get back to where I'm at it every night, except for the Sunday nights, and I can get caught up on everything because I'm completely behind on everything on all these cases. And there was something that I had saw about the Oklahoma moms that it had been released apparently that they were stabbed to death, both of them. Did y'all hear
Uh,
that?
no, I didn't hear it. But
I don't
I also heard that the one dude cut a deal
really.
and was being released on bond.
Are you serious?
See, I don't know how true it is though because I haven't seen nothing else since then.
Oh, okay. So Margaret said, "Yep." Tiff said that she heard it as well. That I don't remember if it was on because y'all know I see a lot of different stuff on Twitter. I don't
Oh yeah,
remember.
I think I seen on Twitter where they were stabbed.
I want to say that's where I seen it at
I think
because
that's where. Yeah, I think that's where it was
that they had
because I
said
think
that
that's where I seen where the dude, the one dude, I can't remember his name.
I done forgot except for Tiffany, Grandma Tiffany. She's about the
Yeah,
only
no, it
one that
wasn't
I
her,
remember.
and it wasn't the old guy that was.
Is it the dude that's always got the smirk on his face?
I want to say it's him. Supposed
Okay,
to be cutting a deal or something.
okay. Margaret said one of five has been transferred to another prison. Paul Grice.
I think
Uh,
that's.
wait. Uh, oh, so he's the one that murdered Veronica. He has no bail. Is that right, Margaret?
But then he, I think he did both of them, didn't he?
See. I don't know because that was the only thing that I had seen that they had both been stabbed. But I didn't look because I was on my phone and I didn't have any way to take notes or all that. And I don't screenshot a whole lot of stuff on my phone because then I can't find it where
I
it goes.
think
So.
I think I might have seen it in one of the Facebook groups. Somebody's supposed to be cutting a deal to I guess, rat out whoever, you know, thought of this
I
all.
mean, Tiffany's the one who was the ringleader of the whole
Right.
thing.
But I can't remember where. I know it was either Twitter or Facebook that I seen something about cutting a deal.
Wow.
But I can't
Hey,
remember what
Kelly.
his.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said I can't remember what his name is. I'll have to go back and look through the Facebook groups and see if I can find it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it also. Kelly, how are you? See, Ted Cullum uh, took out Jillian Kelly. They had victims' blood DNA on both their clothing that was buried with the victim. So Tad did one of them, Paul did the other. Is that right, Margaret?
There's so many people involved in this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I don't think anybody should be able to cut a deal. I think they
Not
all
in a
should.
case like this. No.
I think they all should be not try. Maybe not tried together, but they all should be tried, and they all should get the DP, and they all should.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm trying to do notes real quick.
And if the father of them kids was involved, he needs the same treatment.
Because wasn't it his grandmother that said that he had told her that they wouldn't have to worry about it or something like there was a very specific sentence that he said that made it like he knew what was going to happen. He knew
Right.
that they
Something
were
about
planning something.
yeah. Something about you won't have to worry about it soon or something.
Yeah, something like that. And the fact that these people were basically stalking the judge.
Yeah.
Okay, so next prelim hearing December the 18th for other defendants. Okay. Okay, so Margaret, who is it that's supposed to be cutting the deal? Do you know? This is, oh my god. Oh, see, it's in the PCA. Did I read the PCA?
I don't know if he did or
I
not.
don't. I don't remember if I read it or not. Okay, so December the 18th. I gotta get back, y'all, to keeping up with all this stuff. I need to find the PCA because it seems like you know Kelly, we're just kind of just skipping around cases right now. We're talking about the Oklahoma moms, Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, that passed away. That went missing and were later found deceased. And I was telling them that I had heard that they had been stabbed, but all this other stuff I didn't know, and I need the PCA. I hate reading the things, but there's like all sorts of good information.
Yeah.
Okay, so Paul Grice, no deal getting out. Believe Grice told prosecution who did what. So he's tattling, then
Hmm.
basically.
So he's not getting a deal.
He flipped, but he didn't flip good enough, and he's not getting a deal.
Right.
He shouldn't get a deal. He
Yeah.
he
Exactly.
took these mothers away from their families, and then you've got Grandma Tiffany over here who orchestrated the whole thing because she didn't want Veronica having anything to do with her grandkids,
Yeah.
Veronica's kids, but Tiffany's grandkids. But guess what, Tiffany, you're not having nothing to do with them either.
No,
So
exactly.
you didn't
It,
accomplish anything.
nope, sure didn't. Just accomplished the jail cell.
Exactly. That's it. You're taken away from your grandkids. You have completely ruined their lives by
Mm-hmm.
taking their mom away from them. Their dad is in jail. You, as the person that they've been staying with, uh, it is no longer in their lives,
Nope.
and they're gonna probably grow up and hate you from now on because of what you
Yeah.
did. You accomplished
Now,
nothing. You
does
made their lives worse instead of better.
exactly. Now you traumatize them to where they'll probably have to have therapy for a very long time.
Yes, yes.
Now, are the kids with the state or are they with her parents?
Wasn't it when Tiffany and them got arrested? Didn't the two kids end up going to Veronica's parents?
That's what I was wondering.
I want to say.
I think so, but I'm not really sure.
All right, I've got my little sticky thingy here with Find PCA to read because I need to read that. I want to say that they went with her parents.
I think they had said something about the parents, her parents taking them.
I mean, if you wanted custody, sole custody of them to the point that you didn't want the mom having anything to do with them, just why not go to court?
Yeah, exactly.
Let the court system take it over, and if they see fit that you get them and she doesn't, then that's how it'll end. But don't go doing what you did. Some people are just heartless. Okay,
Yeah.
so Tiffany Adams' son, Wrangler, just got out court ordered rehab and had a baby born last month with his wife, who is has like three other children from a previous relationship. Yeah, I remember this whole court ordered rehab thing was before Jillian and Veronica were murdered, and it was like he went there, or it ended up becoming a court ordered thing to keep, even though he knew what was going to happen to him, but he stayed out of sight by going to the rehab.
Yep.
There is. You've got the five people arrested. You've got Wrangler, possibly his wife, could know things. Other people in this community could know things
Mm-hmm.
about it going down. Then you've got the grandma going, well, looking for the judge or knowing where the judge lives or his walking route or whatever it was. Uh, it was basically stalking the judge in the
Yep.
case. Planned attempted accidents, I'll say on here, where they wanted to make it look like an anvil fell off the bed of a truck. Um, there's a lot of moving pieces. Did she cover? No, Kelly. I know nothing about that case. I have only the only thing that I know, and this is, I believe, the day that it happened. I heard this that the sheriff goes into the judge's chambers and takes his cell phone. There was something to do with the cell phone, and then shoots him. That's all I know. I haven't looked into it or anything like that. Let's see. That not sure of. Wrangler was in prison for the parole violation and went to rehab about, yes, because about a week before the unaliving, because it took forever for people to verify if he was in the rehab. And then whenever it finally came out, I do remember there was some court papers that might have been the PCA, but there was some court documents that came out that said that he was in there in the rehab. So everybody at that point was like, okay, he's in there, but everybody still thought he knew what was going to happen
Right.
because it literally, like, the what was told to the grandma and what grandma said that he told her, and I know I don't have it on here. I'm gonna have to go find it. Um, but the way she said it, and he claims that he didn't have that conversation with his grandmother, but it was very specific to knowing what had happened or what was going to happen. Okay, and let me write down the judge, the sheriff. And if y'all have any other cases, send them to me in Discord. If y'all are in there, if you're not in Discord, you're more than welcome to email them to me as well. Wasn't the judge in the share case? Was that in Kentucky? Oh, well, I want to say it was in Kentucky.
Yeah, yeah. It was.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's supposed to go to court. I can't remember.
Something to do with the judge doing
Bye,
something.
baby.
Wait, I thought it had something to do with the judge doing something to his underage daughter. Hmm.
Okay.
I just seems like paper. I remember a cell phone involved in it. Like he gave him the cell phone before he shot him or something. And this was okay. Thank you, Michelle. And like I said, this was like the day that the news broke about it.
Let's see. Well, baby. I knew you wouldn't stay asleep. Hi, baby.
Okay, Michelle, I got it. Thank you. All right,
Okay, I'll
let me
fix
do
it.
this real quick. So I, because if not, I will. I'll forget to email her back. I'm just gonna send her the nightlight things real quick. I need email. Oh wait, that's not it. Okay, 1 second.
Sure.
All right, Michelle, I'm about to send them to you real quick. Screenshot it. Has it been confirmed about? Oh crap! I done forgot the little boy's name now, y'all. Hold on. The little boy that his mom left him with her boyfriend, Elijah. Yes. Has it been confirmed that that was his remains? Because I did see that also, that they had found some remains or whatever, but they were, I guess, waiting for him to be confirmed to be his. Okay, Michelle, I just emailed you back. Okay, so they were. Wow. Poor baby.
Yes, that is a thing.
Okay, so Paul's court date. I'm just writing this down real quick as well. February 2025. Okay. I need to look that case up too because that I remember it being said that people were saying that it was him, but it wasn't confirmed at that point. God, I got so much catching up to do, y'all. See, it was him, and it was where we thought. I think wasn't it near the farm his mom liked? So did mom take him there, or did the boyfriend take him there?
I think both of them.
I mean, I for sure think they both know what happened, and or both had a hand in what happened. I'm just curious if they found out for sure if it was just one of them that took him to wherever it was that they found him, or if it was both of them. Okay, so I think it was both. Okay. So Kelly says, "What do y'all think about the new judge in BK?" Uh, Kelly, I listened to him for 5 minutes in the hearing the other day. I liked him. I like how
Yep.
he was very straightforward and laid it down like this is how he wants it and this is how he doesn't want it. He's no nonsense. He's very thorough. Um, he doesn't seem like the type of judge that's going to play games and sit back and just let them run wild in the courtroom. Uh, so just the 5 minutes that I heard him, I liked him. I mean, of course, I could change, you know, we hear him more, but as of right now, I do.
Yep, I do too.
So I just like the judges. I, I don't know, Judge just. Uh, I'm not saying he's a bad judge. I just think that he was not prepared for a trial like that.
He was, yeah, for a trial that
That
size.
that size, that many people, that amount of time. I don't think that he was. I don't think he was ready for it.
Yeah,
Um, I don't think he has the ability. I don't know why he just to me seems like he's very antsy and needs to move around and gets bored real
yeah. He's
easy.
like he wasn't like into it,
I mean,
like
we
he
all
didn't make rules and he didn't.
right. It was always I'll give my decision at a later time. Hey, Jim with
Yeah,
two ends, how are you?
like he
Jim
didn't
with two
know how to
ends.
make a decision.
Right. Jim with two ends said that Judge Judge was too wishy washy, not confident in his decisions. Yeah, I mean, he had to like go
Hmm.
back and think about them. Like the cameras in the courtroom. How long did
Yep,
it take him to make a decision on the cameras in the courtroom?
exactly.
I mean, who did he have to?
It took him what, months?
It seems like it took him forever. Yeah. It's almost like he was consulting with someone else in order to give his written decision, and he always had to get the decisions in writing. Why not just
Yeah,
come out and say, "Yeah, we're going to have the cameras in the courtroom, and this is how it's going to be done." And if you
yeah.
don't like it, too flipping bad.
Like he
You know?
had to go back and get permission from somebody.
Yeah, he just it, his the expressions on his face was hilarious at times.
You could tell, like when she would have her experts. Remember the couple times where she
Oh,
had
he
her,
would be so confused.
like he had a confused look and like he was like, "Can we get this over with?"
He was, yes, a very bored, confused look. And Kelly says his wife wears the pants in his family. Maybe his wife is who he was going back and consulting with, and be like, "Hey, babe, do I need to give them permission to have cameras in the courtroom?"
Do I rule on this way or do I rule on it this way?
I mean, it was like every single time though that he did that. He could never give. And don't get me wrong, I do understand that some judges want to think over the decision or maybe go over the laws and the rules of certain
Right.
things to make sure that they get it correct. But this was like every single time with him. He never came straight out and gave a ruling after a hearing for anything. Not even can Brian Kohlberger throw paper away in the trash can under his desk during his trial.
Nope. He always
He,
had to have a.
yeah, he would have never given a ruling even on that, something that simple. Let's see. Taylor seemed much more subdued with the new judge. No harsh loudness. Maybe she's testing him out.
I don't think she likes him very well.
I mean, he didn't. It was like, "Hey, how you do?" You know, it was. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like, "Hey, how y'all doing?" It was like, none of y'all except for Massive this came before me again before. So I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be and what I want and what I don't want and how I like it and this and that. It was just like straight down to business. No, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Nice to meet you. Wasn't nothing like that. And that's what they
Nope.
need. They need this child that's gonna move forward with
Yep.
a iron fist and make sure that what needs to go goes and what doesn't,
Yep.
all the little games and all that go out the door.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. They at least now they got a judge to where he's
What
not going to play favorites. He's not going to bow
right.
down to you.
But think though, if we would have had this judge from the very beginning instead of Judge. Now Megan Marshall, I know we had to have her in the very beginning, but
Yeah.
if we would have got this judge instead of Judge,
I think we already went to trial.
we are possibly in the middle of it right now
Yep.
because I don't think he would have played around with the fact that the state is not getting in touch with people that still owe them. Hey, Gigi, that still owe them evidence, knowing that that evidence also has to be given to the defense and given the defense
Mm-hmm.
time to go through it. So I don't think he would have put up with that.
Nope.
I don't know. We've got that trial. We've got the Oklahoma mom's trial. Whenever they finally get that one going, we've got a lot of trials coming up.
Yep.
Uh, it's going to be a circus starting next week with, with Sarah Boone, and I wonder how long the jury selection is going to take. I
Probably
wouldn't
just
think,
that.
but I would think 2 days tops.
Probably 2 or 3 days.
I don't know. Maybe by Thursday at the latest, they'll start with opening statements.
Hopefully.
I mean, I'm glad she got an attorney because she's not an attorney herself.
No,
But
she did not be able
I was so wanting to watch her represent herself.
to. We all wanted to see that.
I, I mean, she excels in everything according to what she's self-proclaimed. I mean, I would want to see her excel in her attorneyism. I don't know. I just
That would
hope
have been fun. I'm telling you now, it would have been funny.
it would have been. But at the same time, I am glad that she does have an attorney that can help her along, and
Yeah.
yeah, she's supposed to testify. I didn't get to watch the hearing today when she got on the stand, so I don't know how she acts when she's on the stand. But when a hearing versus a trial, you could be just an hour or two in a hearing, whereas a trial you can be on the stand for days at a time.
Yep.
So
So is she going to testify?
uh, Tiff said that she is. Tiff said, "I can't believe she's going to
I
testify. I'm so
heard that.
excited."
I heard she was.
I don't
I'm
know.
wondering if she really will.
It's gonna be an interesting trial because I is like she's on her ninth attorney. Okay. Um.
She
How can I
seems to
put?
like this one though.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like she's had any. Just from what I've seen, just from reading through stuff today, I don't think she has any issues with this attorney, but I think maybe that this attorney has given her the attention that she's actually wanted from the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but wait till it gets to the trial. And she wants to do
Exactly.
something this way, and the attorney's trying to advise her not to do it this way, or it shouldn't be done this way, or that's illegal to
Mm-hmm.
do it that way.
That's when
And
it's
yeah,
falling apart.
I think they're going to clash at that point. And it's going to be like circus times 1,000 with
Yep.
some added Daryl Brooks on top.
Yep.
So it's gonna be interesting. Kelly P's got her popcorn ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my snacks ready too.
Well, every day that I am home, I'm gonna watch it. There's just gonna be some days that I'm not gonna be able uh, to do it because I've got other things I have to leave the house and do. I'm over leaving the house. But I can actually sit at the computer, listen to it, and look into other stuff. So, do you think
Yeah.
she's out of attorneys? The court would stop them from telling them you're fired. I thought they said her last attorney. that she couldn't have no more attorneys. That's why she was representing
That's
herself.
what I thought. I
So
thought.
is this ninth attorney? Is this like an actual attorney that's representing her, or is this an attorney that is? Uh,
I think he's doing it pro bono.
oh,
I think he's an actual. I think he's
so
doing it pro bono.
okay, so he's not one that's just there to help her.
No, because he's got him and that woman.
Okay, thank you, Margaret. It's gonna be interesting. I kind of can't wait till Monday, but I mean, the jury selection part of it's super ass boring. I'm just ready for the evidence and her to take the stand.
Yeah, because I believe her. I believe it's the dude and the woman. The old dude and the woman. I seen a woman sitting there
So maybe there he answered
besides.
her lawyer wanted ad. Oh, Kelly P said he answered her lawyer wanted ad, and so he's doing okay. Well,
Oh,
he has a
okay.
team of makeup artists. Well, Elsie, she's wanting a professional makeup artist and hairstylist to be there at the trial for her. I guess she's got to get dolled up for her fans. I don't know.
It's not gonna help. Just ask
Yeah.
Lori.
Oh God, y'all, Lori, but that damn orange mascara, or not mascara, eyeshadow she had on that day.
Yep. And
It,
that damn.
it clashed with her orange jumpsuit and her bleach
Now see,
blonde hair.
I get okay wearing street clothes to your trial, but to your little court dates and stuff, no, I
Yeah,
don't think you'd be dressed
bring
like
them
Koberger.
in their jail scrubs or their orange jumpsuits or their
Yeah.
prison stripes, whatever it is that they're wearing at that particular jail.
Well,
If you're
see,
not sitting there and having a full blown trial, what
right,
is the point of getting dressed up?
right, like the judge in Koberger's case now, the new judge,
Hmm.
where he's going to rule on whether or not he wears his street clothes to any of his court dates before his hearing,
Right.
before his trial. I think before his trial, he should just be in his jumpsuit, and then when it comes time for his trial, then you wear a suit.
I mean, what is the point in the street clothes or civilian clothing or whatever? That's coming from your cell, going into a room, changing your
Mhm.
clothes, getting searched. All your clothes are searched. Which don't get me wrong, they have to search when you leave and
Right.
come back in. I understand that, but it's the way the judge was talking the other day in that hearing that there was concerns for security and during the transport, and
Yeah.
so he wants to have a hearing about that, and it could affect him, Brian Kohlberger, wearing civilian clothing to his
Yeah.
hearings.
Yeah. Which the trial, yeah, I can see because yeah, you want them to look like they're
Right in
present
front of the jury. Right.
right. But to these little hearings that he has for his little motions, no, I don't think he should be in street clothes
No, it just seems like too much work,
because
especially when you're being transported from a different building to a courthouse.
right. I
You know.
wonder what he. Somebody said, now I don't know how true it is. The jail he's in now in Aden County
Uh,
that he's secluded,
that he what?
that he is secluded, like there's nobody
Oh
around him.
yeah, I would think he would be just because of the how well known this case is.
Hmm.
Uh, that would make sense to keep him away from the other prisoners just for security reasons, safety issues for him.
Right.
I think Chad Daybell was that way too when he was there, and want to say that Roy Vallow was too, because they
Well,
were
yeah,
at that same uh, jail and courthouse and all that for their trials. So, and I believe they were away from everybody and secluded as well.
yeah,
So, but I mean, makes sense because I don't. Hey, if he's guilty of what he done, he needs a hell beat out of him,
yeah.
or even worse. But you don't want that to happen before it goes to trial because we need to get justice for the kids and the family.
Right.
So,
Yep.
let's see. I need Blackwater if he gets off on a technicality. I honestly, I don't. He won't make
I
it.
don't think he'll be
I
getting
don't
off
think
on
he
any
will.
technicalities.
I don't think if something was to happen and he was to get off, he would not make it. I don't think off the steps of the courthouse. Just my
I don't
opinion.
think he gets his special diet at this jail.
Oh my God, his what is it? He was a vegan.
Yeah.
Boy, just eat what they give you and be happy that you're getting food. I mean,
Ex-
you're in jail right now, awaiting a four first degree murder charge death penalty trial.
Yep.
You are not special,
Nope. Sure
so
ain't.
don't try to act like you are. It ain't gonna kill you to eat some
You're
actual
going.
food.
Yeah. You're going to have to eat it once you're found guilty anyway. So hey, might as well start
Well, I
now.
mean, them boys when you get in prison, they looking at you eating vegan food, and you know what's gonna happen. See, I'm curious to know what Steve thinks about this new judge.
I
Hmm.
haven't seen anything about him saying anything.
Neither, but then again, I haven't been
Not even
keeping up
on
with
Facebook
everything. So,
because I follow the pages for the family on
right.
Facebook. I
Uh,
haven't seen
they
anything.
haven't said anything.
Nope.
I know that there was, and I'm not going to get too much into this, but a friend of theirs has started a GoFundMe account. Um, and they were raising money to help them because look, they're way up north of Moscow,
Yep.
and they're going all the way. For the trial, they have to go all the way to Boise, which is
Yep.
several hours drive. They have to stay somewhere there's food, and there was a couple of different people, and hey, I respect their opinion
Oh
on it
yeah.
or whatever, or their feelings on it or whatever. But I know that there's some people that are upset over it,
I'm
over
not.
this GoFundMe. I mean, I'm not either,
They
but
des- they deserve to be there.
right.
All the
It,
all the parents deserve
it
to be at this
uh,
trial.
apparently, um, I don't know if this is true or not. So I'm not saying that the creator who said this is lying, but apparently they had been offered free lodging, food. I mean, if they could have been offered lodging, they could have been offered free food.
Right.
But
Who knows?
who's gonna feed them for free for possibly 6 to 8 weeks? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's
That gets expensive. Um,
yeah.
they could.
Adds
I haven't read the GoFundMe, so I'm wondering if it's just for Kaylee's family or if they're doing it for all four families, like as a whole. Uh,
I I would hope it's for all of them, but who knows?
I would hope that it is because it was like the 50,000 and they surpassed that, and then it went to I believe it was raised to 75,000. Let's see, do victims' families receive any financial assistance to attend the trial? No, unless it's just Good Samaritans want to, give them a place to stay if it's out of town or help with some food or something like that. But I don't think anything beyond that. Don't think Ethan's parents will go. Margaret, I don't either because they've kind of said that they don't. They haven't been to any of the other ones. I see their side of it, but I also see the other people's side of it too. Well, this is your child. You should be there, but I also see their point of view. They're thinking about Hunter and Maisie, and they don't want to give Brian Koberger the satisfaction of seeing any of them hurt. They don't
Yeah.
want to give him that satisfaction. So I see it both sides.
Right.
The Gonzalez's, they have been there from like day one. Not sure about Xana's family, and I want to say that Maddie's family has been there a good bit, but I don't know exactly how many
Right.
they've attended. But I
I mean,
mean, it's
everybody has their own way of dealing.
right. I can't knock them for not going because that just may be how they know to heal. But at the same time, it wasn't the Gonzalez family that started the GoFundMe. It was a friend of theirs that started it.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I haven't read it. I don't know what all it says or what it's for. It may be for all the families. I don't know. I guess I need to get off of here for the night.
Yeah.
I went past 2 hours.
2 hours and 5 minutes and 40, 50
it,
seconds.
it don't seem like it's been that long though. It's like literally time flew tonight. Whenever I see Maddie's father, my heart breaks. Margaret, that was his only child.
Yep.
Only she. I can't imagine.
Breaks a lot of
And
hearts.
I have 3 kids. I can't imagine your only child.
Nope.
It's crazy. So hopefully this judge will do the right thing, get the orders in or his decisions or whatever he's got to do in quickly in a
Mm-hmm.
timely manner and not play around like Judge did and get this
At
trial
the top.
started and let's get this verdict
Yep.
handed down.
That's
Vapor,
all
have
I'm
a
saying.
good night. Uh, Kelly P, thank you. Yes, prayer for all of the hurricane victims, for those who are still missing. Uh, you know, Dan was in here earlier. Dan said he has lost everything. Keep him and his family in your prayers. Michelle, have a good night. Margaret, have a good night. Elsie, thank you. It was good to see you, and I wish you good health as well. So just keep your thoughts and prayers with everybody who was affected by the storm because the storm was huge and it was powerful and it was deadly and there's people still missing. There's people from all over the United States still looking for family members that are missing from the storm.
Yep.
So
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump down.
okay, thank you for coming out.
Yep. No problem. Anytime.
It was good to have you
It's
up here.
good to have you back.
Oh yes, I'm super excited to get started. I got to get caught up. Hey Paul, how
Yeah.
are you?
It'll
I
take
just
a little bit, but you'll get there.
Yeah, I want to focus. So getting completely caught up on BK's case, the Oklahoma mom's case, Sarah's for sure. But I think I can pretty much get caught up. Just with the trial starting next week, I can probably
Yeah.
get caught up on that. Tiff, we love you too, honey. Have a good night. So I think once I get caught up on everything and then new cases, I should be good.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump down.
Okay. Tell Bubbles I said good night.
I will. You have a
All
good
right.
night.
All right. You too.
Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all. So I'm just gonna get out of here. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with us. My first night back. Like I said, I'm gonna try my hardest to be here every night, except for Sunday night, unless the husband does not go out of town. See, it was still 115 here. We didn't hit, but like 83 here. It's starting to cool down. Thank God here. It's not near as hot. Betty Joe, have a good night. I've been here. Hey, Kelly M, how are you? Um, but I love you all. Thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out. If y'all have any new cases, like I said, if you're in Discord, you're more than welcome to DM me there with the case. Uh, if you're not in Discord, just email it to me. That'll be perfectly fine. All right. So I love you all. Y'all have a safe and good night, and I will talk to y'all later.